Officers serving a drug warrant stumble on a huge collection of animals inside a home. Horrible conditions. That's what officers say they found inside that West Price Hill home.
It was packed to the gills with dogs and rabbits and at least one bird. Jeff Hirsh broke the story. Joins us now live from Gilsey Avenue with pictures you will see only on Local 12 News. Jeff?
Yeah, and the pictures are not pretty. The shed behind me and the house behind me are where the dogs were kept. And when police came here, as you mentioned, they came here for a drug investigation. They came here to the house to serve a search warrant. They went into the house and boy, were they surprised. Now, the person that they took in was taken in, put in a police car and taken in connection with this investigation into the dogs. Well, at this point, there have been no charges and no names released. Now, the shed that I mentioned, there were 42 dogs discovered in the shed in cages that were basically stacked on top of each other. Some of the dogs just filthy, not very sanitary at all. Then they found 19 dogs inside the house. 2 of those dogs were left here with someone who's apparently an acquaintance of the person who was taken in. The bird was also left here, and the rabbits were out in hutches in the back, and those were left here also. The hutches were dirty, but the investigator said, the rabbits seemed to be fine, and they too were going to be taken care of by somebody like perhaps a neighbor. But clearly when police came here, this was supposed to be a drug investigation. Finding all those dogs took them by complete surprise. What kind of puppies?
They're you know what, it's hard to say. I mean, they're so filthy, dirty, and scroungy and mangy and malnourished that it's hard to say. They look like lapdog type puppies. Some of them a little bit older, some of them very, very young.
Now, at this point, no one is saying, or no one really knows, perhaps, what all the dogs were here for. Was this a puppy mill in the sense of dogs being raised for sale to pet stores or to individuals or to laboratories, or maybe it was just somebody who liked to have a lot of dogs around. But clearly that investigation is ongoing. I should tell you that the photographer Matt Lawrence, who took those pictures, said that was about the most disgusting thing he has ever seen, and he had to put his jacket up over his nose just because it was just so putrid in there. Live in West Price Hill, Jeff Hirsh, Local 12 News.
So sad those dogs are in that condition. It's strange that nobody in the neighborhood could hear all that commotion because it was so loud from the pictures we heard, Jeff.
It's so loud when you open the door. You close the door, you don't hear anything.
Good point. Thanks very much.